Hey y'all, it's your girl Just Bree coming back at you with another video. Feel free to hit the like, share, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. This is part two, two, two of the Rats Read My Mind blog about Lord Jesus, the baby daddy, blah 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 blah. So let's continue. Let's get right into it. I tried to have respect for his former commitment to her. They what? How do you have respect for somebody's former commitment? What the fuck does that even mean? They are legally married. That is not a former commitment. They wanted to still be friends even after being separated, filing for divorce, and moving on to other people. Okay. I mean, seeing as though they probably were having, from what I knew, they had, bills and things like that, of that nature that they still had to like kind of untangle and, you know, whatever. Being friends, I mean, that's whatever to me, but, like, ma'am, uh, anyway, but it seems even in the actions they displayed from supposedly moving on from each other, they hadn't. After a while, Priest began comparing me to Sedonia all of the time. It got so bad at one point he started talking about her every day. So, bitch, was this before or after you got pregnant? That's what I want to know. Soncerae with the gray eyes. Are those contacts, girl? Get out of girl, boo. A lot of women talk all this talk after, niggas and gave them all kinds of red flags and signs and so on and so forth. But yet still, it's his fault, right? It got so bad at one point he started talking about her every day. He used to speak so negatively about her in the beginning. But you was counting on that bitch. You counted on the fact that he talk about her. So to you, bitch, that was cool. But when he started talking good about her, you had a problem too. He shouldn't have been talking bad about her to you in the first place. If you was a real woman, you fucking whore, you would have said, no, babe, we not gonna do that. It ain't no need to talk bad about her. I mean, it's one thing to kind of rant a little bit if she kind of putting you through a little something, something. But we ain't gonna talk about bad about the lady because y'all been together way too long. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got history together. Let's leave it on the good foot. If y'all gonna divorce or whatever, just do it on good terms so that y'all can move on and be peaceful. That's what a real bitch would say. But not you. You gloated in the fact that he talked shit about her until he started talking good about her. Cause you a trifling ass whore. Which was basically his way of victimizing himself so he could use that to pin me against her. Now, okay, the question has been brought up multiple times on YouTube that I see where, the question is asked, if men are so stupid and women are so smart, I mean, which we are, and men can be, some of us are, but why is all this falling for the okie doke? If you just so, you know, on top of your shit, bitch, you shouldn't have fell for none of this. But here we are. Here you are, crying online, writing essays upon essays about someone that you link to for life now that you'll probably never speak to again. And you raising his child because he light skinned. So she says, which is basically his way of victimizing himself so he could use that to pin me against her. Well, bitch, how do you fall for something like that? I wouldn't be surprised if he's using that same tactic with you. No, bitch. Nobody, I mean, everybody ain't falling for the okey doke, ma'am. Everybody ain't as stupid as you. Okay? Let's be clear. You're not going, ain't no nigga gonna make me feel away about nobody else. You know, like my daughter father, he got upset when, I was kicking it with his other baby mamas. And he telling them, he told one, why you cool with her? Why you cool with her? She whatever he said, I don't fucking know. But I mean, ma'am, he can't. He wasn't able to use us against each other, no matter what he said. We all still cool to this day. And my daughter, 25 years old, I don't have no beef with none of them. Cause you're not gonna use that logic on me. You're not gonna use reverse psychology on me. She ain't did nothing to me, and I ain't did nothing to her. If he hasn't grown, what? Child, her needs sentences. If he's still the same kind of man he was when I was dating him, I could tell where what? I could tell you where your relationship with him is going. Bitch, you don't know. This a whole different woman, and he a whole different man from 4 years ago, I would imagine. So you don't know shit. You didn't know him in the first place. And I'm not saying people, who get together short term. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. That either party is a bad person. Um, I mean, I guess in her eyes, sure. My guess is if he gave you the okay to reach out to me and throw your relationship in my face, he is using you to get my attention. In some kind of way, he is still emotionally attached to me. Any man who's, first of all, bitch, never mind. Any man who is over his ex would advise his new girlfriend to stay clear of the drama. If you two have a healthy relationship, I'm sure the conversation of whether or not you should reach out to me came up. If he is a good man for you, he would have told you how inappropriate it would be to reach out to me. Also, if I myself was dating some, I just don't believe this lady reached out to her. Y'all got to tell me something different. If I myself was dating someone who was deliberately trying to hurt my ex by reaching out, that would turn me off. Bitch, we not gonna say how you was in the relationship, this so-called relationship, and him talking about his ex didn't turn you off. A lot of shit didn't turn you off that probably should have, and you stayed. So you can't talk about nobody else staying. Who the hell are you? What kind of game is that to play with someone who is supposed to be irrelevant to our relationship? If he did not tell you that thing, you should think twice about whether or not he's the right man for you. Clearly, there is trouble in paradise. If you believe I am enough of a threat to your relationship that it makes sense to you for you to actually reach out to me. It's one thing to think about contacting your man's ex. It's another to actually do it. Y'all got to show me some proof that she. Uh oh. Oh, this is her. Her name Lakina. Replying to. Is she really teasing her? She following Soncerae? Yo, is she really doing this? See, I got to reserve my thoughts and opinions about that because Soncerae ass ain't no telling what she leaving out. I wouldn't believe Soncerae if her tongue came signed and sealed. I live on the other side of the country. I'm nowhere near him. I don't reach out to him, not even about our son. So marking your territory like a bitch and he makes no sense either. So why did you reach out to me? He doesn't pay one damn bill of mine. You sure got a lot to say about some shit that you don't care about. That $265. Oh Lord. Oh, that $264 a month child support that's garnished from his pay is chump change. You contacted me, yet you still bring it up. Like, girl, you contacted me not once but twice over a dusty first and 40-some-year-old woman still calling men dusty. First Instagram Now I'm seeing you retweet my tweets and at me there. What's happening here? Oh wait, a third time on Facebook and now you making videos on TikTok. Where does the dementia end? Had you not sent me a message, I would not know who you are. You aren't the first woman to send me pics claiming to date Priest. Women have left voicemail messages and sent me emails claiming they date him. Y'all are confused. I don't care who he is with. I don't value him. I don't respect him. It would have made more sense for you to reach out to me for tips on how to start a business or make $1 million, huh? And she's struggling, talking about she trying to figure out a way to pay for first class on JetBlue. Bitch, if you don't get the fuck out of here talking about making $1 million, these are really cute pics of them though. Let me find out this lady. Reaching out to the rat. Why do you want me to see you two in love so bad? Are you purposely trying to hurt me? Knowing how deep he stabbed me. I'm not saying she shouldn't feel away if this is what this lady did, but I wouldn't have wrote no damn book about it. What the hell? Knowing how deep he stabbed me in the back, you want to push the knife in further. Why would you want to do that to someone to what? We have a child together. He damages my life daily by being absent. Her life. Oh wait, he damages my son's life daily by being absent. You really think I'm concerned about who he's effing? He's playing with a child's life. It's bad enough he chose not to watch him grow up or be there for him moral support. That's enough pain to last us both for a lifetime. Why would you want to add on to it? We didn't get married like you and I discussed so many times. We even talked about the kind of grandparents we'd be. You want to hurt my heart even more. You have him. It's him you want, right? You got him. He's your Lord Jesus. And if he decides to leave you, it won't be because he ran into my arms. I would never allow it, even if he tried. And why you got such high moral standards now, bitch? You didn't have them then. Why are you giving me any power? You two are trying too hard to get my attention. If you were a good woman, you probably would have reached out to me to check on our son, not throw your relationship with his father in my face. At least Sidonia checked on Justice. Shit, and she talked shit about Sidonia. She hated Sidonia. Are you making the right choice for you? A lot of women believe that male gaze is a cherished finite resource. Like getting a man's love makes their life complete. Well, shit, you thought the same thing. You thought it did, regardless of how broke he is or uneducated. Yeah, like when you met him, you claim. I mean, he was the bee's knees in the beginning with his lame, uneducated, broke ass, and you still managed to get knocked up by him, bitch. No matter how bad he has mistreated women or how many children he has abandoned. Well, how many children he got? As far as I know, he only had one. No matter how many STDs he's spread or how many times he. Girl, why? Or how many times he has thrown off your pH from carrying bacteria from woman to woman? You still stick to the man. And you still had a baby from him after he allegedly threw off your pH and gave an STD. Out of desperation, women will cling on to the sorriest of men because they believe it's the best they can do. Well, what the hell you call what you did? Completely indoctrinated by the concept of goodness. I'm living rent free in your mind with this troll you created that likes to stalk her new man's ex. You even went so far to attack me on Facebook, girl. Well, where is the attack, child? It's not that deep. You was disrespectful and rude, like I said, something mean to you. I was pleasant and wished you well. Where is the attack? Somebody posted. I was flattered that you contacted. What? Flattered that you contacted me. You made me your target because I've achieved a level of success in areas which you feel like you failed. You don't even know this lady. How you know what this lady achieved? You don't even. What does she do for a living, rat? You admire me and you want to be like me. You even wish you could have what I had with Lou. Well, bitch, let you tell her what you had with Lou was all an illusion. So why would somebody want that? Don't nobody want to be sleeping in the truck in the Walmart parking lot, bitch. Or sleeping from hotel to hotel and in the back of grandma room. What the hell? Who wants that? No matter how hard he tries, he will never be able to duplicate the best parts of our past relationship. Oh, no matter how many pictures you post of you two kissing each other, you will always be second best to me at best. He had a better relationship with me in the short time we were together than he did. Well, I'm glad she mentioned it was a short time, because bitch, that's the first time she ever said some shit like that. Let her tell it. They was together, but she said she still say he what? He had a better relationship with me in the short time we were together than he did in the 15 years he spent with Sedonia. Lord have mercy. No woman after me will be able to match it. I'm not saying this to be cruel. I'm saying this because it's true. Luke cannot recreate the best parts about Soncerae and another woman. I'm the only one, the best one, the one who got away. Child, just don't sound like single white female. Girl. Or one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Somebody go check on this lady and make sure she's still breathing, child. He most likely meant. Can we just have a moment of a moment of silence? I need a damn oatmeal cookie, child. I got to get one of my oatmeal cakes because I can't take it. He most likely misses the way I kiss. The little small things that can't no other woman give him but me. So, can't no other woman give him a kiss? Can't nobody kissing the way you do, huh? Your breath look like it stank. Look like you got stinky breath. I ran as far away from him as I could. No, you kidnapped your son and moved to another state, bitch. You could do your best to magnify my flaws, but they will always be a distorted projection of your own insecurities mixed up with his lies. Girl, what? Oh, God. I'm your man's son's mother, his firstborn. No matter how many pics you throw up in my face, you will never take that away from me and my son. I have the best parts of Lou here with me. Appreciate why Lou chose me to begin with. I was very good to him. Girl, good to him because you was raw talking to man you barely knew and cooking him oodles and noodles in a hotel. Bitch, bye. I'm a good woman and I know it. Because you was willing to sit well, you got kicked out of out of the house for stanking it up, and he the one decided to go stay in the truck with you when he had a place to stay and you didn't. Soncerae, listen, we know too much about you, little girl, for you to be coming up with these fairy tales, child. Now stop spreading the lies. Because I'm already out here exposing your bullshit. He had to create the perfect character of Prince Charming just to get me in order to get me to consider being one. Bitch, if that was Prince Charming, then you fucking um then you Cinderella. Because I don't know what the hell he could have possibly said. Well, god damn, how much did she look at this little man? Look at him. He's so cute. Girl, how much more? Oh, good God. Jesus, this is gonna be it for tonight because I'm halfway. I'm about to go to sleep. Look at this fat bitch with all this. Look at this wig, child. That damn California heat. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, if he was Prince Charming, then you dumb as hell because I can't. I mean, I don't know nobody that could walk up to me talking about and I forgot where he approached her, how they even. Oh, I think it was Plenty of Fish, right? Girl, if you swipe left on that or swipe right I mean, just the whole idea what of somebody being married and like, come on, that's Prince Charming to you? I mean, he had the bare minimum because he had a whole home and a life with another woman. So of course he was gonna be without a place to live. But you, for some reason, that appealed to you. Um, like I said, this is the stuff you fought for in your 20s. And I just don't understand how, like, even, girl, I can't make heads or tails of this shit, so I'm not even about to try. You made your son a fatherless child. That was all you're doing, bitch, because you had every right to abort mission and to not get pregnant in the first damn place. That was your stupid ass playing with a goddamn what do you call that thing? A fertility thing, a ovulation calendar, some shit. What the hell? You made your son a fatherless child. Now, should he at least try to? And then, if I'm not mistaken, he said he had reached out to you and had talked to you a couple of times, but you was so pissed over the way things ended and how he wouldn't chase you that you made it difficult. So, girl, I was gonna say maybe I should stop calling you a bitch, but you are a crazy bitch. Not just a bitch. I have nothing against you. I had nothing against Adonia. But the more I talked to her, the more I realized she wasn't my sister. She wasn't my friend. I'm all of a sudden she's big on female empowerment and peaceful co-parenting. No matter how much she claimed she wanted to help my relationship with Lou, the truth is she still loved him. She was married for 20 years, you dingbat. That's what hurts my heart about her. She lied to me. I'm a woman of higher. She's a woman. I'm a woman of higher caliber. A woman of higher caliber that didn't have a house to piss in, a pot to piss in, or a window to throw it out of, and you sleeping in the back room of the grandma's house. Okay. During that time, I didn't even have half of the success and confidence I do now, and I still handled her a lot better than she handled me. I never lied to her like she did to me. Well, bitch, who the fuck got to tell you the choices to make? Why do somebody gotta uh uh why would someone have influence on a 30-some-year-old grown ass woman that you don't even fucking know? She was a stranger to you too. And you listening to this lady? I mean, granted, maybe I would have took what she said into consideration, but I just wouldn't have dealt with it anyway because it was too messy. Just too much. And look how long they was together. Now my girlfriend, she dated a man who had not too long had got out of a marriage, and he still actually wasn't completely over his wife, but she chose to deal with him. Something I would not have done because, first of all, I don't even know if it had been a full year or maybe a year or two, but he was still grieving because she had cheated on him. You know what I'm saying? And I need to know, sir, have you gotten counseling? Because you're not bringing that into this. You're not bringing that into this over here. So she dealt with him and things were going well and she screwed it up. But that was on her. But I said that to say, you got to be careful about dealing with people that are still, I mean, first of all, you shouldn't deal with somebody that's married and legally separated. I mean, that depends because technically, actually, my parents had never got divorced, but they were never getting back together and they had been legally separated for years. So, but that's a chance that, you know, people take. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, from a secular standpoint, but it's a chance that you take. But at least, damn, at least my parents had been before my dad had um got with his girlfriend and she moved they moved in together. My dad had been legally separated from my mom at least a year. You know what I'm saying? And he moved to a whole nother state. So in that situation, I would have possibly considered it. You know what I'm saying? But hell, him and Sidonia still. I mean, they still lived in the same city. They hadn't even got legally separated. She didn't even meet him when he had his own place. I dealt with somebody that was legally separated. Shit. And I chose to deal with him. But he was in his own place, had been in his own place for a minute, at least a year. He had been in his own place and he never went back. He never went back. It was a chance I took. You know what I'm saying? I didn't fall in love or anything like that. So it wasn't really about that. He was a good friend of mine that I, started messing with, whatever, whatever. But I'm just saying, like, had I considered even taking him seriously, at least he had his own place. So at least that lets you know, like, okay, he taking steps. And then eventually he did get divorced. But listen, that's just me, child. Um, during that time, I'm about to wrap this up. Oh, we had 20 minutes, 28 minutes. Okay. During that time, I didn't even have half of this. Strictly out the fact that we are women, I respect loyalty and camaraderie. Now that I'm stabilized emotionally and I can see how unstable she was, I now see those traits in you. You didn't even have to say anything. Just the effort you put into making sure I obviously saw that you are involved with a man I haven't spoken to in years. This was deliberate. You needed to do this to feel more confident in your own situation. It spoke volumes in regards to what kind of person you are. I think you can do better. It displayed your ability. That's not appealing. Eventually, even Lou is going to find that unattractive. If he is in fact a better man than he used to be, if he's still playing those childish, immature games over 40 years of age, I'd run, sis. So now she giving out advice. All right, we're gonna read one more. Ooh, child. So, should I just go ahead and finish this out? I think I will. I'm here to honestly tell you that I'm the last woman on the planet you have to worry about. I want you to be happy. I want you to be loved. I want you to live your life. However, I also want you to be sure that Lou is the man that you want to do that with. Lou will never have the opportunity to break my heart twice. I'm finally starting to heal from the pain he inflicted on me when we were together. I'm not walking back into that. I'm not a threat to you. Start a new, fresh relationship with him, independent of Sidonia and I. I understand that you are threatened by I matter. I'm significant. I play a large role in Lou's life. Yeah, the man that you haven't talked to in 4 years, girl, bye. We have a bond that you may be afraid of, but it doesn't mean you can't create an entirely different bond with him. If you were truly happy with him, you would have never felt the need to reach out to me. I'm not going to abandon my dignity and make fun of you. I'm not trying to make you feel bad or humiliate you. I simply want you to be more confident in yourself and what you have with him, if he is who you truly want. My daughter is 21. She has legal custody of my son in the event something happens to me. Her father is now my son's legal guardian. What? Priest wanted me to put our son for adoption. He wanted to throw me and our son in the trash like a typical nurse. Girl, because he didn't want the kid. Now, granted, he shouldn't have listened to your dumb ass talking about you couldn't get pregnant. Because you ain't said a word about how, oh, I didn't think I could get pregnant, this, that, and the third. So you telling this nut case, this nut job that you couldn't get pregnant and he listens to you like a reject when he should have just strapped up anyway. So he was trying to get out of this shit any way he could because he wasn't trying to get you pregnant, ma'am. So he did not want no kid. If this is true, if this is true what you say, he wanted to put him up for adoption. And that's the thing. Women can have an abortion, they can have the baby, or they cannot have the baby. And then when you lie and tell some, it's just a mess, just a mess. Both of y'all is just slow as molasses, y'all. Don't let his love bombing fool you. He's trying to get my attention just like he used me to get Sidonians when she wasn't checking for him anymore. For your sake, I hope he is nothing like the man he used to be. I truly hope you get what you deserve. Protect yourself from men like the man who hurt me. Making fun of someone's mental health or healing process will never be okay, and another person's pain is not funny. You'll experience that pain soon if you aren't careful. Dusty's and basic. Her and these stupid words. She is so low. Don't want to hold him accountable for being his child, but that's not me. Who the fuck are these people that's supposed to hold this grown ass man accountable that we don't fucking know? You the only one online ranting and raving. So when you get held accountable about your bullshit, then you wonder why nobody talking about him. Cause all we see is you, ma'am. Nobody cares for real. But because you on here, then we say what we gotta say to you because we know the true story. We know the truth. The people that have been following you from the beginning, bitch. So you sit up here and tell them tall tales like ain't nobody paying attention. And then you find a new audience, and because people from the past pop up and call you out and bust your ass out, then you get upset because they not saying nothing about priests. Like nobody needs to say priests, ain't shit. Cause you done said that 1,000 gazillion times already. What the hell? Somebody else saying he ain't shit gonna do. What is that gonna do, miss? Other than gas you up and be a part of your amen corner. Cause you want somebody. I was the same way years ago with my son, my baby daddy, my daughter father. Want everybody to hate him and look at him. Who? Why would you be friends with a man that don't take care of his kids? That ain't got shit to do with nobody else. That's his own personal business, and I chose the motherfucker. And now him and my daughter best damn friends. And the part of me that wants to be petty and say something stupid. You know what I mean? It's like, for what? That's her dad. And she love him. And years ago, when I made a stupid post about something that happened, and my daughter found out about it, she was a teenager in high school. Don't you know she confronted me and was like, yo, check that. Why don't be on here on Facebook talking about my dad? Are you kidding me? I mean, she ain't saying like that, but I'm just saying. She let me know in not so many words that she was not happy. Like, don't be on Facebook talking about my father. Because she would have said the same thing to him about me. She would have checked him real quick. And after that, I was like, okay, my bad. I ain't have nothing else to say about the man. And like I said, today, you know what I'm saying? She was just telling me something about him. And she was like, I told him I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of both of y'all. I love both of y'all, you know, so on and so forth. And he wasn't there for he wasn't there for certain major things. Like I had 2 proms, 8th grade graduation, senior graduation. He wasn't there for none of that. And I paid for all of it. Happily. Happily. Didn't ask him for shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like my mother said, you picked him. So I dealt with that. And, at the end of the day, he called himself trying to apologize. I don't know what the hell he was talking about. He was drunk. I was I was walking into the bar. He was calling me, and he tried to give me a hug and whatever, child. I said whatever, child. But so it is what it is. God is good, and He brought us through all of that, and you know, people have their issues, I me, it wasn't like, me and him sat down and planned the baby and all this and that. That wasn't what that was. So, you know, um, I mean, that's just me taking responsibility for my part. That's it and that's all. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, I'm out of here. What the hell she saying here? Buy a pet. I might read that little article um that she did in some kind of web news site. My story is not as cut and dry as she had a baby by a married man. Oh, this the new opulence on the opulence cover? She changed it, huh? Child. That whole book is a mess. The truth is a little bit more complicated that I trusted a couple I shouldn't have. I mean, you could turn it into a cute little thriller if she really wanted to. She could turn it into a little murder mystery or some shit. I've never been interested in taking someone's husband. What people should be more infuriated about is why another woman's husband wanted to entertain me. Why are women always depicted as the villain? Oh, child. My book about dating and married men. Is that the own and opulence or what? Because the own and opulence isn't about. I mean, I guess that's got a piece of that in there, but that's not what the whole book is about. Anyway, y'all. On that note, I think I'm gonna do the interview that she did. So, um, thanks for tuning in, and be sure to come back and check that out. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.